Well, I appreciate y'all taking the time to chat with me. I just want to get to know about your relationship and really what makes you guys you guys. And seeing as how it's the week of Mother's Day, Trey, if it's okay with you, we'll start off with Mom. Let her get the first question. And so, Edith, I'd like for you to tell me what was Trey like as a kid?
He was a really great kid. I'm not trying to say that because he's mine, but he was a really good kid. I mean, he was one of those kids you said, sit down, stay there. That's exactly what he did. He didn't talk back. He just was a great kid. I mean, he's the reason I had three more. I was encouraged to have more, thinking, oh, they're all easy, because he was a pretty easygoing kid. Just, I mean, from a young age, we knew he was very athletic. He walked at 7 months. He was, hitting off the tee, home runs over the house at like 2.5 years old. I mean, he just was really fun, energetic kid, but energetic in a good way.
Trey, one of the first things your mom brought up was how athletic you were at such a young age. Have sports played a role in the relationship that you have with your mom?
Yeah, huge role. I mean, she's always there. She every time I know she's there because I'm playing, she's the loudest one there, so that's how I know if she's there or not. So I mean, I like her. She's always there, so I can, obviously sometimes I'm like, oh man, my mom's here. She's really yelling at me and all this stuff. But you miss it when I was a kid. Kind of thought it was embarrassing, but now I kind of miss that. In college now she can't make every game. Traveling far and stuff like that. But it's things like that you kind of miss when you're growing up.
Yeah, actually, somebody captured a picture of me at the Rice game when he hit that home run, which was his first game. And I think I yelled probably into the next inning. I was yelling. But anyway, somebody caught a picture of me just screaming like a crazy nut. And I think it was Ryan Reynolds that was sitting not too far from me. And he's giving me this look like, dang, this lady's crazy. But I mean, I'm mom, I'm proud of my kids and I'm proud of their achievements on and off the field because he's a great kid on and off the field.
Speaking of that off-field relationship that you guys have, I can tell how close y'all are right now. This time that we're living in isn't a normal time, but in a normal time when you're not at home, which I guess since you're a freshman has only been a few months, right. How often did you guys talk?
We talk pretty much every day, if not every other day, kind of just checking in. Or if I didn't call her, I at least text her throughout the day and let her know what I'm doing and stuff that's going on, stuff like that. So I pretty say about every day.
Yeah, and we have a family chat with all my boys and my husband and my brothers, and we talk daily almost when he's gone.
Trey, when you're talking to mom, is there a phrase or something that she says time and time again, and she said it throughout your life?
Honestly, I can't really think of any right now that she she says a lot of things, but she doesn't just repeat them a lot. That was nothing that really stands out to me.
Okay, cool. Edith, I'm trying to think of a way to phrase it because it's a big question, but it sounds so direct and easy. What does being a mom mean to you?
Well, it's funny because when I was younger, when I first met my husband, one of the first things I told him was I don't want any kids because I just didn't think I was a motherly type. I was very tomboyish and into kind of more, I just was never that girl that had I'm dreaming of getting married, fantasy. And so I just thought I don't want any kids. That's too much work and whatnot. But when we finally got married, because we were together for 5 years before getting married, I don't know, it's just something just hit me I just want a kid, I want a baby. And it's a life-changing moment. You at least for me, it was everything became him. You put yourself on the back burner, your needs, your wants, your desires, your dreams, whatever it may be, kind of get put on hold because you want everything for them. And for me, that's what it was. I wanted to have my kids close together. They're all 2 years apart because I wanted them to grow up united and close. And I didn't foresee so many fights and I didn't foresee so many having only boys, but in retrospect, God knows what he does. I'm so fortunate to have 4 boys because I am a boy mom. I do know that. I love being out there with the sports, and all of my boys play baseball. I have one that plays basketball. And so I'm at their AAU games, their select games, this year with Trey with him at UT. And so it was just always, for me, it's life changing, but I love the change, even though, like I said, it's kind of like less of you and more about them. And that's fine. For me, that was great.
Trey, hearing that, like that answer was just love. And I know that that's something that it seems like you feel a lot. Can you put into words what makes your mom so special?
Honestly, like there's really not, it's just kind of like a feeling you get. It's not really words that you can really like say. It's just more of a feeling that you have, and to know that someone's there, always supports you through ups and downs, and have your back no matter what, and always with you through everything is something that you more feel than I think you can say. So just having that special bond with my mom is something that is really unique.
Edith, what makes you proudest of your oldest son?
I would say it's his service to others, how he comes across to others, because it's genuine, it's him. I can't tell you how many times I've gotten an email from someone who said, I met your son at such and such place, and oh my gosh, he is a fabulous individual. He's a great person. He, was so polite. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Just, that makes me proud to know that everything we instilled in him as a young kid, he understands that, and he knows that he, in a sense, especially now, is a role model to a lot of kids, and that he represents something to a lot of kids. And so I'm proud of the fact that he very young, at a very young age, he was very mature, and he sort of understood that role he was put in and came into it very easily. I think it was part of his natural personality anyway, which is why it was so easy. But I've always that's what has made me the proudest, is just since he was a young kid, all his teachers were they loved him. They all said, he was one of my favorite kids to have in class, very polite, a great student. So I just know that is one of the things that, for me, he can be a great athlete, but a great human being is really what matters for me, that I've raised a good human to put out into the world.
Out of curiosity, do you hang on to the emails? Do you have those saved?
I actually have quite a bit of the emails saved, and I'm a social media person, so I've actually posted a lot of the stuff, which I know annoys him, but for me, that's for me is makes me as proud as a home run when somebody calls out your child as having been good. I even had a mom one time that emailed me and said, you don't know me, but today your son, he was in middle school, like in 8th grade, he said, today your son, my son was being bullied and they were going to beat him up after school, and your son interceded. Your son came and, stopped it, and he, told the kids they better stop and leave my son alone. And I was like, wow, because that's one of the things I've always told my kids is stand up for the little man, especially him, because he was a very popular kid in school and other kids looked up to him. And I would always tell him, it's when others aren't looking, that's when it matters. So do the right thing all the time. And so when I get, things like that, emails like that, that was, that for me is just something you can't put a money value on. It means more.
Trey, what makes you proudest about your mom?
That she is who she is. At times she doesn't hold back. Whatever's on her mind, she'll let you know, and she'll apologize after. Some people don't like it, but I think it's something that, I'd rather have that than someone that kind of like hides behind your back. If she doesn't agree with something, she'll tell you, and then she'll tell you why she doesn't agree with it. And I think I like that a lot about, on my mom, but obviously just in people in general. I like that a lot. And then she's really outgoing and energetic. And then she's always, whatever we do, she's always there to support us and very fun and stuff like that. So I think all around, she's just amazing.
Thank you all so much for taking a few moments to chat with me. I really enjoyed getting to know you and your relationship.